Boom, boom, boom. Stay locked, because we're the bomb.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG. My name is Sola Rogers.
And my name is Dolupo Balogun. Warm welcome to the bar this very interesting afternoon.
Nice to have you. My name is Tokunbo Ojekunle. Welcome.
Okay, so as we're going right into today's show. Okay, there's issue somewhere. Okay, so as we're going right into today's show, there's going to be a few things that we're going to be talking about. There's a little bit of good news from the president. There's news from the president. There's people being foolish. There are a lot of quite foolish human beings.
Did you just say foolish now?
Yes, foolish.
The sun in Lagos.
NTBB.
It's not. It is.
Not for to be broadcast.
It's not. I know what it means. I'm just. But that
Okay, let's get another word. Can we get another word for
I
it?
can't think of something else. That's the sad part because this seems to be the only thing that
Sluggish.
covers. No. Sluggish doesn't do it. Sluggish does not do it.
To look at you are so pained. What's the issue now?
Oh, there are quite a lot of things that. When I say I'm paid, I'm actually also happy though about some outcome of a few things. So yes, we're going to be talking about it. A lot of social media gist, a lot of things happening around. We're going to be talking about it also, and news coming from Lagos State and here and there. There's just here and there that we're going to be gisting about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. And it promises to be a very enjoyable one. So let's get right into it. And as we start, President Tinubu, yesterday, we had finished Bomba before this came. So if you did not catch the 6 p.m. or the 10 p.m. news, we're bringing this back to you as President Tinubu has officially signed the amended student loan bill. And we know that this is one of the issues that they had said was stopping the implementation of this. There were a few things that needed to be rejigged. There are a few things that needed to be rewritten. And all. Personally, I felt that the first one was kind of very good bill. Let's not even go there. But it was kind of rushed. I thought it was kind of rushed. It was more of making a political statement. That's the way it looked. If you had a bill that was just passed just last year and it has to be amended again in just a couple of months, it was obvious that it was probably rushed. It probably needed to go as a political statement. But
we're not ready at that time.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what's the point of doing those things if they do not meet the mark at that point? So yes, I personally, as something I said before, I feel that a lot of the processes were rushed then, and now they're talking about how it has now been amended. So hopefully, maybe the implementation will kick off very soon.
I believe so. Especially, when it comes to education, it's a key thing. Over the time, we've actually talked here about the bar, making people realize that education is key. And for governments to think that things have to be done properly at the time we need them to be done properly. That's keyword. Then I don't know if you have anything on health. Because Dolupo Shola, I honestly, there should be some small talk on the health thing. Well, the health minister needs to look into it quickly. If I trail that out, it's coming from, I think, UCH, where the doctors are actually riding up for a huge strike. And as we speak, they've called up their night shifts.
Oh yeah, there talks about that.
Yeah, so that's I think we should also look into
no,
that.
I know that. Funny enough, the news is we actually talked about it a few days ago. It's just an update of how and I think they had announced this was EFCC or 2 days ago, and basically stemmed from how they're owing the college hospital is owing a lot of money to the distribution company. So
well, that's for distribution, and doctors are also being owed salaries.
That's so it's
Okay,
a
it's
to
the
me
same thing.
it's basically it's a federal government establishment. If the government is not saying that they're owing them monies, then what is the establishment itself doing? What's the management doing? So it looks like it's a management between management and the federal government issue.
Affecting Nigeria too.
Yeah, UCH is a very huge hospital that caters
Absolutely
to
huge.
a large number of people. So they should sort it out. Personally, I don't even know what to say about it, because if you don't sort it out by yourself, I'm sorry, I can't help at this point.
I think the minister.
Regardless of I'm going to start with the topic that Tokunbo raised now, talking about how the University College Hospital, that's their full name, in Ibadan, how they're owing billions of naira in electricity bills, and how the doctors are being owed and a whole lot of other stuff. That's probably Tokunbo. So,
Thank you.
so as it stands,
You don't need that. You not distract everybody.
So,
shall I go?
as it stands, one, you wonder if the allocations that government gives them have stopped. Two, you wonder what happens to all the IGR.
If it has stopped, they would complain.
Yeah, you wonder what happened to all the IGR.
They will complain.
Yeah.
And three, you wonder how the power holding company allowed the bill to accumulate so high, and why they would not allow even private hospitals to owe them that much, or any other private entity. I think it's on them. I don't know what they were thinking, because how do you allow your bill to accrue to the point where it's running into billions of naira? How much did they even buy the whole power holding company itself that someone is owing you that much billions?
That much money, yeah.
You know, so the management of the hospital in Ibadan, UCH, they have a whole lot of questions to answer. Even the power holding company. The student loan bill, we must be fair, you know, because when they pulled the rug on the thing, or pulled the plug the last time when it was supposed to be signed and all of that, we all raised our voices like, what's this? This don't make any sense. It didn't make sense to me then, because I'm like, after all, the bill went through the house. There was first reading, second reading, and all of that. So why are you now pulling it before even, you know, allowing the things to see the light of day? I felt that they could have started that day that they planned to start, then still sent the bill back for amendment and change it. I don't think it's illegal to do that.
Yeah.
You get? But I feel that they felt that they had to make some adjustments. In looking at the adjustments that were made by the government, I think they were very, very good adjustments. Removing some of the draconian, you know, and steep standards that they put in place, and making it easier for young people to access these loans. Someone raised a point, and I looked at the point. The person said that something similar had happened with youth core members, and there was a high rate of default or defaulters or defaults, and that's not good. Yeah, but that if they think that that's going to happen with this loan, they should think again, because there are some fail-safe measures that have been put in place that would affect you.
I think I agree. I think I agree, because it's become sort of like a pandemic. If I remember very well, I don't know if anybody caught the story where even the CBN was complaining that there's, I think, over 70% of the anchor borrowers program that people are not, a lot of people did not return the loans. If we cast our mind back to COVID, where there actually also a lot of people that had to, there were the talks of, remember banks were saying that they're going to be going to people's bank accounts to pull out money. We talked about it at the bar and how some people's monies were already getting pulled out. How some people did not know that their bank accounts were used to incur these loans and all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like as if it's a habit. It is bad, but it's a habit of people not returning like loans from the government. You hear people say, is our money? No, it's not your money. It is our commonwealth. Does not mean that some people should. It's tantamount to fraud. I don't know if people do not understand. Grants are different from loans. If everybody is not returning the loan, what else will be left? And you know, this is a system that should work. It should be and I think that is one of the reasons why things like credit cards might be difficult to be as popular as it is in some other countries, because we have most Nigerians have a terrible habit of not returning loans, especially from the government, and I think it's a horrible thing. So whatever thing the country needs to do at this moment to be sure that people would return these student loans, because if you don't return this money back to the purse, how do more people get access to these loans? Whatever it is they can do to make sure people return these things as at when due. Please go ahead and
let me explain it. I think it's all about the system. If you have a good system in place, right? You don't have to come knocking on my door and begging me to return the money I took. And that's the truth. We sit down here. Do you know some people say, how do the banks do it? You go approach the bank, they give you a loan, as small as 50,000 naira loan. And you want to tell me they won't have the system?
They collect
that
their
is
money.
it. There must be a system in place for them. That's it. When the system is right, you can collect your loan if you want.
Do whatever it is you want to do.
But you will pay the money back.
I agree. So at the end of the day, I think people should just be good people, be good children.
But what you did was nice, explaining the difference between the loan and a grant or something. Yeah, most people don't know.
A lot of people need to
between
realize.
The loan and a grant.
I don't think that people don't know. I think people just feel that since it's coming from the government.
Well, you can say that again. A lot of people try to circumvent the systems most of the time. That's the difference between the real ones and the fraudulent ones.
Exactly. Now, quickly, let's come down to Lagos State, where there is an interesting news where the Nigerian Navy had said that they have discovered illegal fuel depot in Lekki area of Lagos State. Why is this Lekki?
Illegal fuel depot.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me. Criminals are always one step ahead. You know, they sit down to plan and map out their strategy, so they're always one step ahead. Who would have thought? You know, Lekki is presumed to be eyebrow, to at least to a large extent it is, and so you really won't go searching for such oil depots and dumps and stuff in a place like that. But you know, when criminals get up to their game, they are always on point. It's the job of us, the people. You know, like they say, we the people, and the law enforcement to work together and thwart these things. Let's even leave all the criminality aside. Safety.
Exactly. And
Safety?
it was really just around a residential area. So they're saying that basically it was really due to credible intelligence they received that some people had told them on suspicious activities taking place around the Elegushi beach. And if you know this area, it's a highly populated area. They're saying that they found 8 storage tanks of 50,000 liters capacity each, laden with about 57,000 liters of AGO, a tanker laden with about 7,000, a bus with 30 jerry cans of about 1,500 liters. Imagine if those things. So the total products they found in that place was about 65,000 liters of AGO, which is estimated to about 89 million naira of worth of AGO in a presumably what's it called?
Where else?
In Lekki area, it is
Parts
a
of land.
residential.
Parts of- residential.
No, residential.
So all those things stored up
Yes,
there.
exactly. So they're saying that a lot of these things were probably their products got in through pipeline vandalism and all that. And I think that shout out to the people that notice this thing. It's something that we say, a lot of people say, you see something funny happening around, you speak up. Because the minute you don't speak up, if something goes awry or something goes haywire, you don't know if you're going to be involved in the aftermath. So if you see something, say something.
If you have ever witnessed the construction from scratch of a filling station and the storage tanks, the way they are dug into the ground and padded and everything, because they must be protected from the elements and all of that. If you've seen that, then you now see a scenario where some people are storing the same products without putting all those things in place. And all the safety measures are not there. You wonder, like, is money so much of a god to you
Inflammable.
that you're willing to risk your own life beyond the life of the people that you don't care about?
Inflammable material.
You know? So a lot of times when you look at those things, you just wonder, like, why
People don't have sense.
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that.
Does that report say, has anybody been apprehended, really?
Oh, yeah, the 5 people that have been apprehended.
Five.
The person of a Mr. Ahmed Ariyo, alongside 4 other persons, were arrested at the private apartment.
You know, another thing that I want to tell people is that, see, when you see people spending money one kind, don't follow them. Because you don't know what they are doing. Don't go and kill yourself. Day your day.
Yes,
stay within your
people
lane.
need to be careful.
Things like they say, things they occur.
Yeah, so things they occur. Now, still sticking with Lagos State. Interesting news and would I say good news for people of Lagos State, as the long-awaited third mainland bridge has officially been opened. There's a statement from the governor. There's a video. Even without it being completely done, the part that was done, being on it a couple of times, is fantastic. Now people can have some peace of mind, because really and truly, if you go on third mainland, you realize that it's not so much of traffic is really caused by a lot of times the bad road. So a lot of people are slowed down and all that with the volume of cars going through that place. But now with the smooth road, it is officially open today. I think that Lagosians can breathe, they can have a breath of fresh air officially.
That bridge is so important that the fact that they have to short it during the day
it was hellish.
and all of
It's
that
hellish.
changed everybody's movement.
Yeah.
If you could avoid going out, you would do that, because you don't want to be caught up in that. And apart from some of us that know the corals of Lagos, I make bold to say that.
You can drive on it with your eyes closed, Shola, right?
No, not drive on third mainland.
With your eyes shut.
No, I don't do that. That's dangerous.
I was asking.
No, that's very dangerous.
I didn't know.
I know you do it, but you don't expect us to do it. It must be an ancestral thing that.
Here we go again.
I hope it went out.
Dolupo, help me
We're
out.
moving on.
Help
We're
me
not
out,
doing
help
this.
me out.
We're not doing
Hey,
this today.
Shola.
We don't have a lot of time.
But the
Okay, all right.
the fact that third mainland has been fixed is a big deal. It's one of the longest bridges in Africa. However, there's a lot of talk. You see, in fact, I had to separate 2 people before the show started. There was going to be some fisticuff, and all sorts of things happening. So one person feels that they should put a sign that says slow down, don't overspeed.
No, your speed limit.
Yeah, same thing.
Just your speed, your number.
That's still the same thing.
It's a different.
It's the same thing.
Nobody wants you. I mean,
It's
just forget
the
this.
same thing. A speed limit means you should slow down too.
You would interpret it. Yes, I agree. Yeah,
Thank you.
It's like your
My
driver's permit. You can, if you don't get these things, you won't get a license.
Okay.
But
All
you
right.
now know.
About the
Yeah.
Dolupo on the other hand feels there's
No need.
because
Yeah.
there's a standing speed limit in Nigeria,
In Nigeria.
for certain roads.
Other than that, I even feel that other than a speed limit, yeah. I know that you're supposed to put, they'll say that they're supposed to put those limits there. Does it stop? Okay, take for example, the speed limits, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, you see some of the signs there, yeah? Does it stop people from being on
It doesn't
unwise?
say you shouldn't put it there.
Does it stop them from being unwise?
I'm not
No,
contesting the
just saying,
Nigerian intelligence. I'm not contesting
I'm
it.
saying, does it stop them from being unwise?
Nothing
Yeah.
stops Nigerians from doing anything. The guys that
Okay.
went to log, they stole oil, logged it
Common
up somewhere
sense.
in Lekki, right?
Common
right?
sense.
Is there any law?
Common sense. You are
But
driving
you
a
should
car.
know it's not right.
Exactly. You're driving
So-
a car. Yeah. You should know. Not you should know. You know. See, we all drive.
We agree.
When you get to a certain level,
You
even your
should
steering.
know.
No,
But
wait.
that you do
not
not
you should
know.
know. Not you should know.
Oh, okay.
Even your steering, you will know when this car is becoming
if your car is
out
good,
of. No. Truth is that if your car is not good, there's some speed that you will not even get to. That is called a spade.
my concern is to
See
stop you
those
from
yellow
flying
buses.
rather
See
than
those yellow
driving.
buses.
Oh,
Some
God.
of these buses.
But we had
And then you
terrible
are
accidents. Those
you
guys.
are behind. You are behind them.
Now
eh?
you mentioned them, Dolupo.
Hold on. Can I finish? Can I please?
Okay,
land?
please land. Yes,
Some
land.
of these buses, when you
Yeah.
are behind them, you will just be honey. It does not pass gear 1. They are not going nowhere. The truth is that at a point, as you're driving, you know that this speed is getting out. When they say something is getting out of hand, they don't mean it like a figurative. Literally, it is getting out of your hands.
You know what you are doing now. It's
If
very, very good. You know why it's
do not have
good.
common sense.
are-
You should not be
no, hold
behind
it.
it.
You are even driving us to something else. I wonder how long ago people took their cars for test certifications. You need to certify your car at every particular point in a year. You get authorization that your car is passed the test on the road.
You know we don't do those things.
Because we
Nigeria.
don't. No, we're
don't.
talking. I'm commending that. I'm just complimenting you
actually-
for driving me towards that. Because most people do
It's
not
been done,
understand
actually.
that some people don't do it.
Yeah, but when you see the VIO guys on the road, that's what they are trying to enforce. It's actually been done. I must say kudos to a lot of corporate bodies. They have it as a standard. They take it serious. But you find that a lot of individuals,
Private cars.
Don't do it.
look, there's this mentality that has to change. People think that, until it's broken, they're not going to fix it. But when it comes to mechanics, when it comes to vehicles, don't wait until it's broken.
Yeah, that's it. So basically, I just feel that if you're going to be behind the wheel, I'm not disputing the fact that common sense is not common. I get it. But if your common sense is not common, the consequences of your actions or your common sense not be common, that's good. The only bad part with when your common sense is not common or when you lack common sense is that you might just affect some other people in behaving non-commonsensically. I'm trying so hard not to say the words that are coming to my head.
Look what you're
So-
actually saying those words.
No. If you know what I want to say,
No.
you said I should be nice, and I
Yes,
am
let us be
trying
nice.
to be nice.
Let us be
The
nice.
words that are
So-
popping up in my head.
So I have a bit of advice.
Pop them back
I have a
into
bit
the
of advice for the government, especially the Federal Road Safety Commission. You had this device a couple of years ago. I don't know if you still have it, but there'll be some newer ones now. They can have them installed on that bridge and all the other major roads, especially the ones that have just been fixed. Make money now. There is a crime. It is wrong to overspeed. And people are overspeeding. You don't have to chase them now. There are cameras that pick plate numbers these days.
Yeah.
Make money. Lagos State, you like IGR.
Lagos
make money.
needs money.
You see, by the time
Put the
by
speed
the time-
limit machines there and
There's no need. Just put the machine there, Abi.
yeah,
And
and
by
put a
the time-
camera. By the time you are ready to, you just before you get to your destination, pam your phone.
Yeah, we
So-
already have something
So,
like that. Too.
because these are the issues. Roads are bad, we complain.
Roads are
fixed,
good.
we complain.
Because I was beyond shocked. I remember a few weeks ago there was actually an actor that sat down, put ring light, set up camera, and decided to speak.
Okay.
She felt that what she was saying was quite bright. What? I've been nice.
Look, you're full of innuendos this afternoon, and I don't know. Break these innuendos. Break them down.
I said she felt what she said was bright.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So,
But-
so
I didn't think was.
so that's
What?
That's the story.
Let her land.
No, let me land.
No,
let me
let her land.
Let
What?
me land.
Tokunbo, what's
Let
your game?
me
It's my
land.
game. Let her land.
Let me land.
Dolupo, you will land. Your plane will land. Don't worry.
You are not letting me
Just
speak.
hold on for a second. Tokunbo, what's your game?
That she must land.
No,
I've
you
not
are the
said
same-
anything wrong.
No, Tokunbo, wait. You are the same one that is saying she should not express herself.
No.
You are the same one that says she should land.
Hey, but can't
When
I
it suits-
You have to pick one
When
struggle.
it suits
You
the
want
Nigerian.
Dolupo to really
No.
express herself.
When it suits the
Yes,
Nigerian,
I'm going to
the
express
Nigerian
myself.
goes for what suits him.
I'm just
Please
being
land.
diplomatic. So she felt
Just
she
messed it
set up the camera and probably ring light.
Okay.
And she felt she was saying a lot of smart things.
Okay.
How I think the part of it was that they should put bumps on an expressway. Wow.
Why would you put speed
An
breakers?
breakers,
11.8 kilometer expressway.
Cuckoo spoil the road now.
Google spoil it. Let's do that. I'm not saying that it's a bad
You
thing.
see what your social,
I'm just saying
social whatever.
that if you let me at times Google some of these things. Let's be using our
Everybody
numbers.
wants to talk on the social platform.
The truth is that
No.
because people have accidents
Look,
on it,
yeah.
it is not the fault. Because we say, like SR said, the road is bad, we complain.
Explain it, yes.
The road is now good again, which is something that we've
Explain
clamored
it.
for years. The truth, honest
have a
truth
point.
is that
You have a
since
point.
I was a child, I'm not sure that I've ever been on Third Mainland Bridge and it was ever this smooth. Never.
Bukola Medubi says she get wisdom. We know.
Thank you, ma'am.
We be new.
We always knew that. By the way, that's why she's at the bar, and she's the only woman at the bar.
So,
She just doesn't drink.
so basically,
Doesn't drink.
Who drinks?
we're good.
Go on.
So basically, I'm just saying that the honest truth is that no matter the amount of things that signs and whatever it is people do put on these roads, there is nothing that would beat your common sense. Use your common sense when you are driving on these roads. I personally also feel if you are in a vehicle and you don't understand the driving of the person in that vehicle, excuse me, can I highlight? It's not a bad idea.
Middle of the bridge.
Please, it's not.
Just look for where a
Don't-
policeman is.
don't
There
speak-
are a lot of RS people on.
Don't
Look for where the
Excuse-
policeman is.
excuse-
Yes, I
Don't
agree.
speak this Dolupo's English. oh.
Excuse. Can I want to calm down? I just want to pee. Quickly, borrow me few minutes. And then by the time you come down, bye.
Or in a case where your conductor says he's hearing some music in his head,
And Uncle T,
and the driver
Don't
says,
dance, oh.
"Don't
I've
dance.
told you,
Don't
I've
dance."
said this thing before. It has happened to me live and direct with a bike. I was getting on a bike. Less than 30 seconds after, the guy was being foolish. Okay, see, I should not say foolish. The guy was being unwise. And I came down. I said, how much is your money to my destination? He said, 200 naira. I said, okay, you can have it. He said, what? I said, no.
But you're not there yet.
No, don't worry. It's my money. God has ordained it that I will give you this money today. And I have dashed you. The rest of it, I use my Legacy's
I
best
can imagine.
as safe as possible
I can
to get to
imagine.
the.
I can
So
imagine.
please, if you are in a public transport or whatever it is you are, and you already see that you are not in charge of this speed, and at this speed, unfortunately, as hilarious as it might seem, third mainland bridge is built on the Lagos Lagoon. Before they find you, you might be at the bottom of the sea. Please highlight.
Expensive joke, Dolupo.
Very expensive, but it's true.
It is true. It is true.
Highlight.
You need to be wise. To be wise.
Let's be wise.
Be wise.
Yeah.
Be wise. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, still sticking with Lagos State. Lagos State has now announced where they're preparing to demolish parts of the landmark bridge for the Lagos-Calabar highway project. There are a few places that they had announced that they were going to the sections of the landmark bridge that they're supposed to demolish. There are other businesses and properties that are in Lagos, some places like Truth Nightclub, ATV, the basketball court, the beach resort, a mini golf court, Island Breeze, and L'Aquatic Water Park. Now, the Landmark Group is appealing to the federal government. They are saying that this road there was an original plan for that road, which was supposed to pass through the Water Corporation Road.
Not affecting them, that is.
That not affecting
initially.
them. So they wrote to the federal government. They even have a Google Map picture of where it should pass instead of where they want it to pass. Now, that is going to affect a lot of people's jobs and all that. Now, looking at the map, for anybody that's seen that map, it looks like it is a longer route, or whatever reason that the federal government has not announced the reason why they changed that route. But if the federal government says this is where they are passing, do we have anything to say about it?
I'd like to weigh in on this matter. I get it, because I always say let's be guided by the law. This is what the law says. Government is the custodian of the law, in a way. And there's going to be this massive development of a 10-lane road from Lagos to Calabar, coastal road. It's a road that's been planned for years, and it's actually going to link other countries, because the idea is that the coastal road, apart from the fact that I started from VI, there's a concept of another one that goes all the way to Badagry. Well, this is my fear, and this is what I say. I've been to the Landmark Event Center and virtually every part of it a couple of times, and I marvel at what they've been able to achieve there. Although I look at that place and I'm like, oh, there's been some sand filling going on, the Kuramo waters is smaller and all of that. But regardless of all of that, as long as, environmentally, they check the impact and it's okay, if it's possible to connect the road construction to that Water Corporation Road, it will save a lot of properties, not just Landmark.
Yeah.
It will save a lot of properties. What that means, is the expansion of the Water Corporation Road, which also means that Landmark would lose a bit of their setback on both sides, and even the other properties on the other side. But it would still save this business. I am being sentimental here to say if that was the original plan, please revert to that and let's save all these businesses. But there are other properties that they can't stop that are going to go down. Do you understand? And I hope the compensation will be enough for the ones that qualify for compensation, the ones who have their proper documentation.
That's right.
For the properties that are not properly documented, they're not going to get anything. And that's sad, but that's the truth.
That's it.
But I hope that they can spare Landmark and the other businesses along that axis.
Okay,
that's
so
me being sentimental.
We will see where if the federal government is going to do anything about it, we will see from there. Now let's still talking a bit of Lagos State, but this is an update of power issues. This is remember the tariff conversation that happened yesterday, the tariff increase that happened yesterday. Now there are a few of this distribution companies that have announced the places that are going to be affected. I know that Abuja Electricity Disco has also announced a few places that they've also talked about how where these things are going to be. So I think that at this point, for Lagos State, there are a few places like Ijaye, Abule Egba Business Unit. There are about 41.
Can I pause you for a second?
Yes, please go ahead.
We have a comment on YouTube that if we go take now before you go to this, it's by BT616.
Okay, please, can you say go ahead?
It says it's by BT616, and it says the fourth phase expansion of Eco Atlantic was going to eradicate Landmark Beach anyways. Abi?
Okay,
so he's saying now that any which way the Landmark Beach was going.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
no, I didn't know. That's news to me.
I know that Eco Atlantic is big and is expanding.
But
Do you understand?
it would eat up a lot of places like that.
But I didn't know. I didn't know this part.
Yeah,
Which,
as well.
if the fourth phase of it was going to take it off anyway, okay.
So at the end
that's
of
a
the
different
day,
thing to it. But that means they're not going to get there. That means Eco Atlantic will not do fourth phase anymore.
If that road is there. So I get what
6 phases.
Okay.
6 phases, right?
Yeah, it says that Eco Atlantic is in 6 phases. Now it's time for me to go look into
Which
this
are the
thing.
phases?
Yeah,
are
we
there
need
now?
to look.
We'll check this.
I definitely would go back and check a lot of.
We
those
should
things.
do that.
I think that, but
even
like,
without the six
but with
phases.
what you said now,
Yeah.
if that road is going to pass through the landmark, it means that even the Eco Atlantic needs to be rejigged.
Yeah, it won't get that
The
far.
plan, it means that it won't get that far. So, but I like what he's saying, that if the road didn't affect it, Eco Atlantic would have affected it anyway. So whichever way it is, they were not going to come out.
So which now leads me to ask a question. Who approves all these developments?
Because
you're
to a
not
large
gonna-
extent,
you're not
Eco
gonna
Atlantic
develop-
was always there. And even this coastal road was always in
the
plan
plans.
for years. We've seen, was he the former governor of
Delta State.
Yeah, Peter Odili, that I was talking about. When he was governor, there was already conversations, James Ibori, sorry, about how there were conversations about this already as far back as 2001. So if those things were already in place, who approves some of this land? Because, and I think that, take for example, Lagos State, that's one of the issues. I think that we see how a lot of things, people, all in the name of probably is money. That is the driving force. And then by the time somebody or a governor, and it's something that we say a lot, when be careful of the things that you decide to buy, things like land and all that, because by the time somebody that now says, let's even go back to the original plan now comes and then scatters everything, you become, you become at the receiving end of something that you should have done. Because now the truth now goes back to, if those things were really in the original plan in the first place, then somewhere like a Landmark Beach should not have things like C of O and governor's consent and all that.
As a matter of fact, you just hit it, Dolupo, and don't let's drag it too long.
Yeah.
In fact, you want to buy anything, any property, any piece of land in a particular state, check with the government.
Okay,
and
so
I remember they've always been saying this: just don't buy any land anywhere.
Sorry,
go to the government and confirm.
BT616 says that phase 6 of Eco Atlantic ends 200 meters before Blue Water's apartment. It was approved by Obasanjo to the South Energy and Shaguri family in 2002. So,
see the story.
Now goes back to who approved Landmark Beach. And I'm sure that whether we like it or not, Lagos State can't even say that they don't even have proper documentation, because I'm sure they're collecting God knows how much tax.
Is it Lagos land? Isn't that like federal land?
It's federal land.
So that's what I'm saying. But Lagos State cannot
land.
come out, but it is on Lagos. It's in Lagos State. Lagos State cannot say that they're not paying taxes to them. Yeah, so they can't say that they don't know that it's there.
There's something wrong somewhere.
So it is Lagos State is culpable in this matter. So maybe it's time that Landmark needs to actually sue somebody somewhere that should have approved it for us, which shouldn't have been approved in the first place.
So because if he even gets the approval, if he gets the approval of the government to divert the road onto Water Corporation.
What happens to Eco Atlantic?
Eco Atlantic will still
We're still there.
Exactly. So,
or maybe he wants to do as much as he can before the expansion gets there.
I know that there was a time they did demarcation, strong one between state government roads, right, and the federal roads.
Still there.
It's still there.
it's still there.
Then we have to do something about it, Ogasa.
We definitely will
Look
see.
through
We
it,
definitely will
yes.
follow this. Definitely
Yes.
follow this. BT 616. You definitely have pricked my curiosity. I will do a lot more reading on that.
Yeah.
Now, still talking about Lagos State. There are a few places that if you live in these areas, be sure that you are going to be paid triple your what's it called?
That's another one.
So places like Ijaye, Able Taylor,
Abule Taylor.
Abule. Oh God.
It's fine.
Abule
It's fine.
Taylor.
Go on, yes.
But
Egbeda.
she's correct because that's what's written there.
Yeah.
As able to.
Okay, is it just correction?
Yeah, but
because
you're
I know
correct.
the place.
Yeah, there's-
Yeah,
Abule.
Arifowoshe area of New Alausa to Shiobola. Arifowoshe, that's Adedi Joes to Ajao, New Alausa to Awolowo, Adedi Joes, Arifowoshe, Ogba area, Ojodu area, some parts of Ojodu area, some parts of Oregun, PTC, Ilupeju, Maryland, Ikorodu, TC, Lashunwon, I'm sure. Odogunyo.
Odogunyo.
Odogunyo, okay.
Yes.
Ago, Ajao, Idimu, Ikosi, Ilupeju to Koka, Ilupeju to Palm Grove, Magodo to Bashirum, Magodo to Emmanuel Keshi, Mende, Olateju, Oworon Shoki, to hospital and Oworon Shoki to Anthony. These are 41 separate areas that are included in this Band A.
Band A.
Yes, that under this Band A. So if you live around these areas, but sorry, I have to ask. So there are some areas that use some other people's power. Does that mean that it would apply?
Yeah,
as
it will.
well?
It
Okay.
will.
So also that the Abuja Electric Disco has also announced a few places as well. They're saying that places like Garki, Meitama, Trademore, Wuse, Kubwa, Kuje, Buari, Galadimawa, Jiwa, Kabusa, Karu, Katampe, Jabi, Jahi, and Gwarimpa. Those are places that are also going to be affected by these places. More updates we get, we would get for you as well.
So, Aso Rock is not on A band.
It's on all the bands. If they bought any of your daddies, well, don't give us.
Why did they mention? Are they trying to shield?
if they.
See, I'm not laughing with them.
So, but for Lagos that we announced is for just Ikeja Electric. Eco Disco I still don't announce their own. So don't think that you are out of the woods yet.
You know something? From source, I think you should have an idea the band you belong in. Source meaning where you pay, where you
No,
buy
I
your
don't even
token.
think that for source.
Sometimes-
I think it's about you yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know the amount of light you use every day?
No,
You
it
automatically
doesn't follow. It's difficult now because of the grid that drops
No,
every
no,
second
no,
of the
no.
day. Hold the
sorry.
Come on, wait.
No, I don't think so. Because as much as you think that grid is collapsing, some people are almost not affected by this grid collapse. I can tell you
agree.
that for free.
I have not said. It's not a counter debate.
We have a comment.
It's not a counter debate. Yes, go on.
We have a comment.
Oh, we have two comments actually.
Yeah, two comments.
So, Chief Owani Koko says, Ocean City Lagos project, double the size of Eco Atlantic will start from Blue Waters apartment. Yes, landmark till law, it don't go. You people that are out for landmark, the people that are out for landmark are plenty. Now, Bukala Medubi says, please, I don't understand this band A, B, etc. Educate me, please.
You didn't watch
okay,
yesterday.
so you didn't watch yesterday, but we'll definitely go back to it. So basically, band A people are people that enjoy at least 20 hours of power every single day. And like I said, whether you like it or not, even if you are not at home a lot, your freezer will show you if you are in band A or band B or band C. For band B, I think it's people that enjoy between 16 to 20 hours of power. There's band C, or people that enjoy, I think, 12 to 16 hours. Band D, people that enjoy 8 to 12 hours. And there's E, people that enjoy just about 4 to 8 hours of power every day. Basically, which I'm guessing that 4 to 8 hours, there are some places that they don't even have for days.
This one F.
Can we break it down?
So Chief Owadikoko says Uncle Tokunbo is band AA plus with his ice block business.
How did you know? How did you know? Oh, this whoever he is too great. How did you know? But you know something.
Someone's name is Owonikoko.
Owonikoko. But I can explain something to you guys. Are you guys listening? Just a minute, Sola Dolupo.
Yes,
he says here, he says, more education. Air conditioner that you use in your home, okay? 5 HP. You use it to
5 horsepower.
5 horsepower. That's for 53.4 minutes.
To use that amount of power.
Okay,
the 225
exactly.
naira. To use 200, you need to have used it for 35 minutes.
53 minutes. 53, yes, 0.4 minutes. You're right. Yes, you're right.
To have spent 225.
Then to spend one, you would have spent 1 hour 34 minutes.
For 1 horsepower. Yeah.
2 horsepower, you spend 40.2 minutes.
Okay.
4 horsepower, you spend 20.4 minutes.
Okay, so I was going to say that.
So now, if you remember those lines, those minutes you are spending, play your mind back home. If you're at home, easy. Put it, so you put your timing by each of these things now. If you want it for 2 hours, for how long
money
it's going to.
But the truth is that remember that most of the time when we use these things, that's not the only thing that is on at that time.
Oh, you have the cooker here, the plate here.
Your
fans,
your
the
lights,
your kettle,
all those things,
bulbs, microwave,
your bulbs and all that.
Pressing
now,
iron.
I was going to say that, especially for people that have about 20 hours of this power every day, I think that one thing, other than what you're not using, turning off, if you are not at home, there's nothing wrong in turning off your fridge, your freezer. Turn everything off.
Yeah.
For you to have 20 hours of power a day,
you're
almost sure that you almost always have power.
You've gotten there.
So it really is time to now look inward and turn stuff off.
And then
we need to turn it off.
Yes,
we don't need it.
You're right. And then you people, when I start talking now, you take me my generation, right? Let me explain something to you. My stepfather, those days, comes into your room at night. You say you are reading. The bulb is on. Didn't you have all this problem then? No? Then you know what he did? You say, okay, fine. You're still putting it on and you're asleep. He gives you 2 days, the same procedure. Come back the third day or fourth
turn
day.
it off.
He doesn't. He removes the bulb. He removes your bulb. And then when we got worried, they said, are you the ones paying for your electricity?
Yeah. As
way back as 1970 something, I remember. This is 2024.
And the truth is that
we're going back.
You were like 40.
Excuse me, please don't go there. Don't go there. At my age,
oh God.
I control a whole refrigerator now to make ice blocks. At my age. Guess my age. Thank you, lady.
So the truth is that
yes.
I also wanted to say that I like that angle of we need to get to a point where according to NERC, they're saying that because of the increase in price of gas, they needed this increase to be able to pay for the gas that they're getting.
So they said.
And the truth is, I don't think it's so they said. I think that because there's an increase.
They said it. I'm not being funny.
Yeah,
yes.
They said it. So I think that the best thing, as much as a lot of people are complaining, if you are enjoying that amount of power, pay for it.
You see, I would rather give the money to the discos than go and buy gas or petrol to power my generator.
Yeah.
The stress of putting on a gen every evening and going down around 12 midnight to turn it off or your neighbor that refuses to turn his own off because he has plenty petrol.
Don't go there.
You know, the noise alone
It's a lot.
thing.
It's a lot.
Even if you're not bothered by the films, the noise alone is a thing. So I would rather pay this increased version. This is me talking for myself. I'm not forcing this down anybody's throat. I'm just saying it. That if you calculate, you find out that it's still cheaper than petrol and diesel that you use to make power for yourself.
I don't think you
And
can even force this thing on anybody's
hygienically
throat.
okay.
Or just go and remove your power. You don't want it.
But if you're building now, factor in how the construction of your house, takes in the idea of bringing in more light and more air. I'm seeing these houses that they are building these days, and I'm thinking, why the tiny windows?
That's why you need ACs a lot. You need a lot of
everybody
fans.
puts on air. But if you have big windows and you put your mosquito net in place and it's powerful and strong, you get more natural air that way.
Yeah.
You get more natural light that way. I'm not saying that you should not put on your light. I'm just saying that the design of your house also has a part to play if you are building. But if it's already a building that is in existence, well, there are other things that you can do. If you can afford to buy solar panels and put an inverter in place, you will save a lot of money.
A lot.
Now, a lot of people cannot do without having their baths. They must have their baths with hot water. It's not a crime. So invest in ways where you can warm your water without spending too much on energy. So there are some solar-powered water heaters actually that can be installed on the roof and all of that. Let's look into all of these things that we can do that will take the pressure off the grid and put money in your pocket. It will save you the energy bills and to bring it down.
It will.
My dad was like your stepdad, and we used to laugh. We used to laugh at my dad because you just get to the fridge and you find out that it's off. And you're like, Daddy, why? It's like, look, you don't need to have a fridge on 24 hours. Like, the fridge is okay the way it is. He used to do that thing a lot. He would turn the light off where there's nobody using it. It was his thing. Yeah. Wakes up in the middle of the night to do that.
He
and
grew
all of
up
that.
with that though.
I've kind of been doing that for years.
Okay, we need
myself,
to move on quickly.
But
please.
I'm just trying to say, sorry. Thank you for the prompt, and I appreciate that. I'm just trying to say that we need to get back to saving and conserving energy.
Energy, exactly.
Don't put on those lights when you don't need them.
Okay, now moving on from that quickly, just wanted to put it out there that a Nigerian senator literally ended his live interview when he was asked about the budget inquiry, about the budget padding issue that got the senator suspended. And he said, I don't want wahala, and he left.
Well, doesn't this senator have a name? Because I'm hearing this for the first time.
Okay, I will look for it.
It's
So
breaking.
it was on on Arise TV this morning, and daddy just left.
All right, so
it's
obvious.
Be in trouble. Sorry, I would. I'm trying to.
So it's obvious that it is
Senator Jaribe Agom Jaribe.
Yeah, he's. I think he's
Senator representing Cross River North.
He's been quoted to have said that he regrets not scrutinizing the budget more than they did when the budget was brought to them by the president. Okay. He was quoted to have said that over the weekend, over this Easter weekend and everything. Okay. I didn't see him say it in a video, but there were a lot of screaming.
That's a slap. That's extremely unprofessional.
Which one are you talking about?
They're walking
away. The one saying that he doesn't. He could admit to the fact that he didn't check it well. You're getting paid millions of naira to do that. So if you don't do that, I think that it is completely ridiculous for you to now come and say it after the fact.
I'm worried about the interview at that station. If you know you do not have anything to hide, or you can't come out boldly and say things, don't attend an interview. Don't even appear at all.
Yeah, I agree.
That line alone, for me,
it was unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. Don't go for that interview. Don't go there.
Anyway, quickly before we go, for people that do not know when to not keep quiet, as they have said, I should be nice today. Y'all that go on social media and say whatever it is you feel like saying, your mates are going to jail, and I'm happy about it. As starting the court has summoned 5 persons for defamation of character towards Mercy Chinwo. Yesterday there was news that broke that another person who was a gospel singer who was attached to some very irritating gist. I'm not even sure I even want to repeat it.
Please don't.
Nathaniel Bassey had petitioned the Inspector General of Police, about 4 people. We saw one person write some thing that is supposed to be sort of like an apology or explaining himself. And then now, Chinwo's husband has now sued 5 people for defaming his wife, his family, and his baby. So, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. If you don't want to have sense, you will be taught sense by force.
I agree with you, Dolupo. It's a very sad case. Sad because, honestly, I'm not only seeing the major parties involved. I'm seeing the baby.
Okay,
I'm
so
seeing the way they have
sorry, Peterman says the funny thing is that the
entirely.
accused can actually demand for DNA test in court. I do not think so. And why I do not think so is that it is not their business.
You know,
The father of the child is not complaining about the paternity. I do not think that,
don't even call
except
police.
it,
Don't call
you
police. Call
say
lawyer.
it.
Get your lawyers, man. And
You
deal
say
with
it.
this issue.
Why do you
Why-
dispute
why-
what
why-
he's saying?
why-
I said I think. I don't think that, because when we really look at it, you claim something. The onus is on you to be able to. What is your evidence? Do you have the evidence?
It's all part of the.
I don't think that
attempt
is
to
anybody's
get it right.
business, and I
The
think that
loophole.
that's where we need to draw the line. Wealth is not your business, but really and truly, I don't even think it's about business. I think it's really about people just wanting to trend, people just looking for things.
Just wanting to trend.
Yes, I think that these days, especially because social media pays you,
Okay.
people need things to be.
Come to
they
think
need
of it,
to say
how
things.
much is the value of that?
Oh, a lot
what
of
comes-
people get paid a lot of
right?
money.
Enough,
People make
enough for them to
Yeah.
to live for
yeah,
the next 2
there's
years without.
quite a number of people that do it just to trend. They, and just to say whatever it is they like. That trend will land you in jail.
I like that.
That's it.
All right. The other story, of course, which we put on our headline, is how the EFCC, that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission of Nigeria, have arrested have arrested Bobrisky.
He's a man.
Woman or
Yeah,
man?
Man.
They said that.
Why do you like to be confusing
it's a
people?
question, Dolupo. It's
He's
a
a man.
question.
So, according to the EFCC, they said they have commenced investigation into Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, for alleged spraying naira notes. And they talked about a video of an award party that they went to, an after party, and they talked about other videos that they have too as evidence of them doing this. However, a lot of people have had a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
One of the questions is, okay, I know that there's the male and female side of EFCC. So a lot of Nigerians are asking, which side are they going to take?
Okay, so sorry. BT616 says the man is right. DNA test can be requested as evidence. That's unknown to many. I can be petty if I'm the accused.
Can we just close this
You see,
particular
basically,
case?
that's why I was asking you why you were saying that. Because the law is the law doesn't care about your sentiments and your feelings.
I don't think it's about sentiments. I think it's about
What you
for
said
you
was
to
based
have
on sentiments.
Yeah, no. For you to have made that statement, it means that you must have already had the DNA test done. That's where I'm coming from. You can't just ask for DNA test now. For you to have made that statement, you must
So
have
they're
had it.
telling you what the law is until you can counter it with the law. I can't. I don't know
Okay.
this law.
But we're actually following that story. We definitely are following the story, and we will all be here to hear. And I really hope and pray that they do not drop this case. Please don't. Thank you very much, because some of us are here to laugh. Anyway, so he was talking about Bobrisky and how the truth is that Bobrisky has been in the news for a lot of time. Now it's beginning to. There's now been the conversation of, was it really about the naira spraying? Because really,
But of course,
it's not the first time that he's been doing it for weeks and for years.
I know.
How come police just woke up to that.
He's not the only one they have been actually, caught up with for spraying or defacing our naira.
I'm saying that
He's
he's
not
done
the-
it a lot.
Yeah.
How come they just realize it
I'm
now?
not aware. It's the story now. They have now taken, and I want to suspect that he must have done one quite of recent.
Oh, there are a couple of videos.
Yeah,
out
recent
there.
one. So, EFCC, you're doing your job. If it's Tokunbo doing it tomorrow, pick him up. Why would I be running counter of the- Because I can't. I don't even know it.
Anyway, they say please stop spraying the naira indiscriminate, or don't stop spraying the naira. It's conversations that has happened a few months ago. People seem to have stuck by it. All of a sudden, everybody went back to it again. I think maybe the more they start picking people up, the more people will stop it, really and truly. But anyway, we have run out of time. But we will come back tomorrow again to give you another wonderful edition of Bath. Thank you very, very much for everybody that is stuck with us. Thank you for the comments. You guys make the show amazing. Please keep the comments coming. Like, follow us, subscribe. We'll be here again tomorrow. Please do have a beautiful day. Okay, BT616, as we go, says, that baby looks like Tokunbo. Yes, I said it. Goodbye.
Which baby is that? Which baby is
I'm not at
that?
home.
Which baby?
Bye.
Oh, that's a bear. I'm not.